On up now to your higher heart chakra on the thymus gland. Let it awaken and it spreads throughout your entire being. All these higher energies of God, love, light, joy, bliss, divine grace, divine healing, divine love, divine wealth, divine health, divine happiness. Bring that energy up through the throat chakra now, where you'll be able to express yourself clearly, express your soul and what you came here to do, bringing that up further now, up through your third eye and up through into your brain, activating your third eye, your amygdala, left and right hemispheres of the brain, balancing those, activating the thymus, the pituitary and the pineal glands, and up through the crown, and just reconnecting you back up to the God source above. Just keep going up as far as you need to feel that God source flooding through you, and every breath now is going to draw that energy, but it's also awakening it, because you've set up your Holy Trinity or trilogy, and you are connected to God above and God below and your own divine God source within. And you're just going to breathe in now and feel that beautiful golden crystalline light beginning to spread throughout your entire being, from the heart and the high heart and the heart center. Begins to permeate every cell, every atom, every molecule of your being. This divine God source being that you've always been. What does that feel like? And we want you now to imagine what it would be like if you could create and manifest your entire life from complete love, joy, and freedom. Now, what happens with most people when they want to manifest something, like the obvious one is money. We want to manifest more money so we can be free from struggle. But just in that understanding of that, the energy is going into creating more struggle. But what about if you could create from this divine being that we're now beginning to experience in every cell of our being? What about if you could create from this place? And you create because you want to create more love, more joy, more peace, more happiness, more money, it doesn't matter, more good health. Because it's your divine right, because you have a clean slate and you no longer have everybody else's stuff inside of you. It's just purely you, and you're creating from the God source being, or the source light being that you've always been. And you're just shifting your awareness now from one of wanting to create from a lack and limitation point of view, that something's missing in your life, and shifting it into the fifth dimension, or into that divine oneness dimensions, where everything you've always wanted, everything you've always needed, everything you've always dreamed about can be yours, because you're now going to create from this place of that you are an infinite, eternal, rich, abundant, gorgeous, magnificent, sexy, powerful, divine being of light. And you're just creating that because you want to create more love in the world, more joy in the world, more of your God source in the world, more of the divine being you are in the entire world. And so just breathe in and feel what that feels like. Feel what that feels like. What would it be like to create from a place of complete love, joy, and freedom? And that what you're creating is what you came here to do, not what everybody else tells you should be doing. What if you could manifest a world full of peace and love and joy for everybody? What about if you could create a world that was filled with more, build, homes for starving children, or build or manifest companies that have, powerful work programs for people to step into their power and become all that they could be. Just imagine for a moment what it would be like to create from a place of complete love, complete joy, and complete freedom. And let that God source being move and permeate your entire being. And we're now just going to let that love, and just make these statements now. And if there's any, as you make them, if you feel any opposite effect to that, just ask your God source to release the old story that's holding on, that keeps that not so. So just out aloud, we're going to say, I am divine love. I am source light. I am being source light. I am being source light. I am being source light. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. I am rich. I am abundant. I am luminous. I'm magnificent. I'm gorgeous. I'm sexy. I'm powerful. I'm a divine being of light. And creating in this world is easy, and it's joyful, and it's filled with divine grace and divine love. And anything in my being that's out of alignment with that, anything at all, any old stories that are running, that it's not safe to do this, it's not safe to be in my power. And we could easily have those old stories running from the vow, the perpetual vows, and from a whole pile of other things that can happen from the perpetual vows, it can be happening from, just even, if we look at the most common Bible story of Jesus when he stepped into his power, look what they did to him. And so we all have all this other stuff that's going on, and now we're going to invite that beautiful golden crystalline gooey light that's pouring through us now, and awakening within every cell of our being now, to simply dissolve all of that stuff and to let it go. Because we're now going to choose to be source light, to be a being of source light, and to allow everything we've ever wanted in our life to come to us through just simply being this source light, and letting go of all of the old stories and all the old programs and all the old stuff that probably belongs to our parents and our grandparents and our parents' parents and our ancestral lines and the governments and our school and our teachers, etc., etc. So just feel that beautiful golden crystalline gooey honey-like light pouring down through us, and it's beginning to come down through our crown. And this time it's just taking out all those stories and it's replacing it with divine kind love. So let's see that coming down through the crown, through our brain, through our third eye, or activating our amygdala glands, down through our face, activating our throat chakras, because we have two of those now, one at the top of the throat and one in its normal place. This energy also is going down through our spine, realigning and rebalancing our nervous system, bringing us into full alignment with God source above and God source below. Coming down through our heart, our higher heart, and then our heart through our solar plexus, anything that's out of alignment with it, just dissolving it down through our navel, anything that's stopping us from being fully supported by God source. Let that, anything that's stopping that etheric umbilical cord from being attached to God source, let that be dissolved, and see that umbilical cord being growing now, right before your eyes, as you wake up the God source being, and choose to be in the God source light, down through your base chakra, down through your legs, through your knees, through your ankles, through your feet, down through your chakra in your feet, through Earth Star Chakra, and then deep, deep down into the big golden sun in the centre of Mother Earth. We're going to thank Mother Earth for the part she plays and the support she gives to our beautiful beings here on Earth. We're just going to take a big breath in, and anything that's out of alignment with it, just let it go. We're going to bring our awareness back into our heart. And we're just going to breathe into our heart for just a moment longer, and know and sense and feel we are pure divine God source, and we can create anything, manifest anything we want, and we're focusing on what we want, not what we don't want. So we're going to manifest money to build a community, a spiritual community, or we're going to manifest money to build a healthy business full of healthy, empowered people, or we're going to manifest money to help feed starving children, And we're going to manifest money and love and the perfect relationships and everything we need to be in our divine God source light now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love, love, love. That completes our being source light, releasing our old stories activation. Please stay in this place of breathing this beautiful, gorgeous, gooey, golden crystalline light through your entire being. Let it fill up all of the cracks and all the places, and let it dissolve all the places where we're hurt and all the old stories that are no longer relevant in our life anymore. Just breathe that energy into your heart and stay in this place for as long as you need to or want to. We do recommend that you do this program every day for at least 7 days, 7 to 10 days. We have people that sometimes do these 3 times. You can do that, but it might blast your socks off, and I probably wouldn't do it driving a car. I would probably do it when you can sit at home and relax, and if you fall asleep afterwards, let it do its thing. You'll have a nice big sleep and feel awesome while you're doing that. Alrighty, love, love, love. My deepest love and blessings to you always. My name is Elmara. Thank you for taking the time to connect to your divine God source being, your source light being, and do the things that you came here to do. Help awaken yourself so that you can awaken all the people around you, and we can make a difference in our world and return it to a place of love. Love, love, love. And bye for now.